the thing in fighting, the hard part about in the combat sports world is once you start to make that kind of money and you want to say, well, it never changed me. It's impossible not to change you. It's impossible to go from, where you were to where you are today financially. Floyd and I have known each other for a long time. And, when I first met Floyd, he lived in an apartment that Top Rank used to put a lot of their fighters in. Yeah. He lived in this apartment down on, I want to say it was off Flamingo. And, he just started to make some money. Yeah. So, I went over his house. He was showing me all the sweaters that he bought and all the things, Floyd's always been that guy. Yeah. He likes to shop and he likes to buy clothes. And, it started the minute he made his first dollar.
Right. UFC President Dana White didn't hold back when addressing Floyd Mayweather's flashy social media persona. In a recent interview, White criticized Mayweather for projecting a life of luxury that doesn't match reality, pointing to the boxer's recent claims about owning a lavish property and his mounting unpaid debts as clear examples.
Do you think Floyd is definitely done?
No, I don't know if he's done. I mean, he could probably come back and he'll have a boxing match. I don't take away from what Floyd's accomplished in boxing, but he's stepping way over.
Dana White, fully aware of the massive payday Floyd Mayweather earned from his bout with Conor McGregor, didn't mince words. He labeled Mayweather a reckless spender, saying that anyone with sense wouldn't run into financial trouble after earning that kind of money. Floyd has zero control over his spending. He lives an excessively extravagant life. Who could be that careless and not face money issues constantly? White questioned.
During Floyd Mayweather, which ironically is a boxing event, but it's the biggest combat sports fight ever.
What did that gross?
It did 4.4 or 4.5 million buys at $100 a buy.
Yeah.
White went further, contrasting Mayweather with certain UFC fighters who never made even a fraction of his boxing fortune, yet managed to live modestly and spend wisely, growing their wealth through smart investments. He didn't stop there. White also challenged the notion that Mayweather is a billionaire, claiming he has ample proof to show otherwise.
Ring with somebody you know well, somebody you have worked with, obviously, Floyd Mayweather. I have been dying to hear your perspective, your thoughts, what you actually think about this YouTuber fighting maybe the greatest boxer of all time, Floyd Mayweather.
Listen, I understand these kids want to make some money and, they do what they got to do and say what they got to say to try to, get in there and make money.
I can't claim to know all the details of Floyd's finances, but one thing's clear, he's not a billionaire. And if that's the case, there's no excuse for living so recklessly, White said, pointing out that a huge portion of Mayweather's supposed net worth goes into pointless jewelry. To drive his point home, White cited a past interview where Mayweather boasted about making $300 million a month, calling it pure fiction. He claimed he makes $300 million every month. Only the naive would buy that story. His reputation is full of lies, which is why shops in every city call him out over unpaid debts, White added.
Nate Diaz apparently wants $20 million to fight next. Is he going to see $20 million?
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Hey, I never say never.
Backing White's criticism, one fan commented, Mayweather is the ultimate gambler, always flaunting his victories but never revealing his losses. He's never shown real respect for money, and his repeated comebacks seem more about chasing cash than passion. Even 50 Cent has called out Floyd's poor financial decisions before. Another fan chimed in, reinforcing White's point. Sure, Floyd might have some successful ventures, but they're likely eaten up by bad investments and reckless spending. There's no way he's pulling in $300 million a month.
Few that was able to capitalize on his fame, his personality, and everything else outside.
A third fan didn't hold back, mocking Floyd. The guy can't even read. As long as he can buy every flashy toy and bet on both sides just to brag about winning, he clearly has no grasp on his finances. Not saying he isn't rich, but he literally can't even count to 300. Meanwhile, a more analytical fan offered a realistic perspective on Mayweather's wealth. He might technically be a billionaire, but most of it isn't liquid. He claims to have poured around $300 million into real estate, which isn't exactly the type of investment that keeps cash on hand when you need it.
Common, and when a guy like Floyd Mayweather starts putting it on you, it's not even going to be a fight. It's going to be ridiculous.
A prime example supporting Dana White's critique came when Mayweather shared his tax payments online, claiming he had paid $18 million to the U.S. government, an announcement that quickly backfired. Some observers pointed out the check looked fake, lacking a routing number, while others argued it showcased Mayweather's inflated sense of self-importance, a classic display of narcissism. This tax revelation followed shortly after he reportedly splurged over $1.1 million on Super Bowl tickets. The former boxing champion even planned to bring a busload of guests to the iconic Allegiant Stadium for Sunday's massive showdown.
Fighting maybe the greatest boxer of all time, Floyd Mayweather.
Listen, I understand these kids want to make some money, and they do what they got to do and say what they got to say to try to get in there and make money. This is going to be such a one-sided, ridiculous ass whooping. It's not even going to be funny. It's going to be bad.
Mayweather wasn't about to sit this one out. According to World Boxing News, he was even offered a VIP pass to attend the Super Bowl solo, but the former champion had bigger plans. He wanted to bring a whole entourage. Dropping serious cash, he secured his own suites with no special favors required. "I don't kiss anyone's feet, and I never beg for anything, especially not a Super Bowl suite," Mayweather said. "I don't mind accepting invites sometimes, but the one paying calls the shots. That's why I get my own seats, my own suites, and can invite whoever I want. I'm blessed to be bringing 34 people to experience the first Super Bowl in Las Vegas." The tab? A staggering $1.1 million. Unfortunately for Mayweather, his hometown team, Detroit, just fell short of making it, missing the win by a single game.
What he has is craft Irish whiskey, and I think he has a beard now. He goes from wearing sandals to have mink slippers. He goes from living in very meager house to living in an ivory tower. And he hadn't fought. I'm looking at it we last fought in January 2020. What do you expect when he steps back into the ring?
He's at a place in his life and in his career that,
Adding to the spectacle, Mayweather bragged about his taxes. "Right before dropping that light million on the Super Bowl, I had to hand over $18 million to the IRS, Uncle Sam. That's what I owed while retired. Just imagine what it was like when I was still fighting." Since stepping away from boxing in 2015, he's raked in over $500 million from the ring and invested in a luxury club in Las Vegas along with several property ventures, all to prove that claims of him going broke are exaggerated. Still, outspoken rapper-turned-entrepreneur 50 Cent suggests that Mayweather could be facing financial trouble, or at the very least, some serious tax issues.
Canelo is still the man.
Yes. He's been for a long, long time.
And he jumps in there and he does it and he goes to work, and it's hard to stay at that level for a very long time. And Canelo's another guy. What's this guy clipping 40 mil a fight?
Easy.
Something like that. You know what I mean? Not including what he's making outside of the ring. So,
Some may chalk up the rapper's claims to his ongoing feud with Mayweather, but there are definitely odd developments swirling around the Mayweather circus right now. Forbes once pegged the retired boxer's net worth at around $700 million, and his 2015 megafight against Manny Pacquiao reportedly earned him over $200 million alone. Could Floyd's cash flow really be shrinking? It seems unlikely, but appearances can be deceiving. From a business standpoint, his decision to step into the octagon with Conor McGregor made perfect sense. However, his recent press conference announcing a New Year's Eve bout in Japan against 20-year-old kickboxing prodigy Tenshin Nasukawa has left the boxing world genuinely puzzled.
It's crazy stuff. I got so many different houses. So as you guys can see, this is one of my closets. We got bags, we got stuff everywhere. We got this ladder right here where you can take, just got stuff everywhere. So, you wanna go red bottoms, we can go all.
Former friend-turned-rival 50 Cent, aka Curtis Jackson, didn't hold back, sharing his unfiltered thoughts on Instagram about the unfolding situation. Meanwhile, boxing fans flocked to Twitter, insisting that these moves signal Mayweather might be heading toward financial trouble. Everyone expected a comeback eventually, but the assumption was that it would be against a familiar foe, Manny Pacquiao, the Filipino boxing legend. Instead, the announcement of a bout against Tenshin Nasukawa, with rules still unclear, blindsided the boxing world. To add fuel to the fire, Mayweather appeared at the Tokyo press conference on Sunday looking somewhat disheveled and noticeably without key members of his usual promotional team, including Leonard Ellerbe, sparking heated discussions across boxing YouTube channels online.
That you guys want to do, whatever you want to do, all from the bottom all the way to the top. So, any kind of bag, and everything you can name.
Many are starting to think Floyd is charting his own path with this latest move. At the Tokyo press conference, the backdrop featured only the TMT logo. There was no sign of Mayweather Promotions or even his longtime broadcaster, Showtime. Unlike his usual bombastic self, constantly flaunting wealth and earnings, Mayweather didn't drop a single hint about his payday for the Nasukawa bout. Could this signal that he's going rogue and perhaps urgently needs to boost his cash flow? One Twitter user mused that a man who splurges on an $18 million watch will always need money flowing in fast. Other voices on Twitter joined the discussion, offering their own takes on the unfolding drama.
Showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings, all belong.
Floyd Mayweather's finances may not be as solid as he likes to portray. Lately, he's appeared almost desperate, trying to line up bouts with various fighters. Even a massive $300 million payday can vanish quickly when money is spent as recklessly as his. Something feels off with all these recent moves. Is Mayweather simply trying to capitalize on his fame while he still can, or are there deeper issues with his cash flow and the IRS? Time will tell, and you can bet 50 Cent will be right there on Instagram, ready to spill all the details.
Do the same. It's all about making power moves.
Yeah, I try to make it fine. Yeah.
And I'm pointing like this because all of them. We're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on.
A jewelry store has also taken legal action against Floyd Mayweather, suing him over unpaid debts and breach of contract, with claims of fraudulent dealings and other financial misconduct. Court documents even suggest that Mayweather ran an illicit operation alongside his chief of staff. For decades, Floyd has been famous for two things: his unparalleled boxing skills and his jaw-dropping wealth. The Money Mayweather era saw cash flowing like water, luxury yachts, private jets, endless shopping sprees, and everything in between.
Andre Durrell, IBF champion Billy Dib, WBA champion Celestino Calabero. So we brought them over. I brought them over while Floyd was, still incarcerated. Yeah. Then he comes home. There's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on, where, it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying a new Lamborghini and all these new things. And I'm sitting there going, yo.
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Then 50 Cent stepped into the spotlight after Mayweather started bragging about massive real estate holdings. Following an extravagant shopping spree in New York, Mayweather appeared on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, where he made bold claims about his property empire. "I don't know the exact count, but I own somewhere around 100 buildings, maybe more. I'd say 99% of them are in New York City," he boasted.
When you gonna give me the money?
Because you're already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when, but see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardlessly. Right. So I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to, to get...
Mayweather's claims didn't sit well with 50 Cent, who fired back on Instagram. "Oh my God, if it's safe to say, I should say, LOL. Champ is the richest special student, LMAO." But he didn't stop there. The 2010 Grammy winner added another post taking aim at the retired boxing icon. "Oh, damn. Wait, I think Champ actually believes he owns those buildings. They're taking him for everything. He says he doesn't even know what he owns. Somebody tell Champ he just publicly admitted he lives in New York. They'll come and take 58% of any income he has." To drive the point home, 50 Cent shared an image of Mayweather dressed as Pinocchio, the long nose clearly implying the money claims were all lies.
This looked like a friendship that was going to last a lifetime. What the hell happened between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather?
Well, he changed his mind.
Now, what do you mean he changed his mind?
Like, as he was actually going in to jail, he asked me to help him with Mayweather promotions.
Right.
Then as he actually got in and I took a look, I realized there is no Mayweather promotions. There's no LLC, there's no seal, it's not incorporated.
There's no way he owns over 100 buildings and 99% in New York. LOL? That's cap, champ. We should slap the hell out of you. Laugh my head off. GLG, Green Light Gang. Let's work, 50 Cent captioned his post. The two have a long history, and their feud has flared up publicly on multiple occasions. Initially, this exchange seemed like just another chapter in their ongoing clash, until sports journalist Rick Glazer weighed in with updates on Mayweather's finances, suggesting there might be some truth to 50 Cent's digs. Meanwhile, Floyd continues to live lavishly, frequently splurging on high-end jewelry, luxury watches, exotic cars, and even private jets.
Did Floyd get into a fight or a shoving match before?
Yeah.
Who won that?
I won every time.
Every time?
No.
Every time.
No, we had twice. We got into it.
Like a real altercation?
Yeah, like one was with the...
Did he put that shoulder back on you? Because I'm thinking...
Nah. It was more like out of reflex, so like...
In March 2025, Business Insider reported that public property records in New York City show no transfers tied to Mayweather. The New York City Housing Partnership also confirmed they had no knowledge of any such deals. While nothing has been officially verified, this adds fuel to the speculation that Mayweather might be in hot water financially. As more information emerges, the situation should become clearer, but for now, the question remains, is Money Mayweather actually running low on cash? Shifting gears from the real estate controversy, Amir Khan criticized the boxing legend for promoting conflict and capitalizing on his controversial public stances.
Did 50 Cent knock Mayweather out? No, I didn't knock Floyd out. I should have knocked Floyd out. It's kind of hard to hit Chap, even when he's standing right in front of you. Start moving and with the shoulder block and everything, so get hard.
Mayweather has long been an outspoken supporter of Israel, making several visits to the country, donating funds and equipment, and meeting with Israeli leaders and military officials. He even received the Champion for Israel Award from Aisha Torah for his efforts against anti-Semitism and hate. Yet his advocacy hasn't been without controversy. In December, the boxing star was reportedly confronted by a mob in London over his support for Israel and the Jewish community. Witnesses told the New York Post that someone asked him why he backed Israel while he was shopping, and Mayweather confidently responded that he was proud to support the Jewish people. Observers noted that the incident appeared highly targeted.
Just where you touched upon the Floyd Mayweather Jr. situation, I don't know how much you spoke about this since you retired, but how close was that fight?
Really close. It was really close that we ended up getting contracts signed. So I ended up getting my side of the contract signed, which was sent by Floyd Mayweather promotion. And when he come to me, I ended up signing it. And then the worst thing I did was to make an announcement that I've signed the contract with.
The confrontation occurred just days after the 15-time world champion unveiled the Mayweather Israel Initiative, a charity aimed at supporting Israeli orphans. In a recent interview with Poker Firma, Amir Khan criticized Mayweather's relentless need to flaunt his wealth in public. Khan described the situation as unfortunate, yet admitted he found a sense of irony in how karma seemed to catch up with him.
I would never have got that fight regardless. I think in their head they didn't want to fight me. I was a bad style for Floyd Mayweather, especially after the Alexander fight. The whole world media, ESPN, you name it, everyone was talking about Amir Khan's next fight is going to be Floyd Mayweather. Floyd, obviously, with all the ego he had, he didn't want it. He just obviously wanted to show that he's the A side all the time. He's the guy to pick who he wants. Then he went and fought Maidana twice, even though he did a poll.
The thing is, look at how arrogant he's been, Khan said. He's constantly flaunting cash, claiming nobody else can throw money around like him. But out there, so many people are living in poverty. If he's tossing stacks at strip clubs, it just doesn't make sense. He went on to explain that wealthy people usually flaunt money while investing it wisely. Floyd keeps showing off, acting filthy rich, trying to make everyone else feel small, but in the end, karma keeps catching up with him.
Floyd Mayweather. You see, now I know how Floyd must have felt. He was the A side then. And I know how it would felt if I was fighting someone and I'm the A side and someone did that. You find it disrespectful. So Yeah, I was young then. I was a little bit, I got a little bit excited and said, you know what, I'm going to announce it. Must have been about 24, 25. But look, it is what it is. That fight never happened, but it was a fight that, look, we have mutual respect for.
Khan further alleged that Mayweather was actually benefiting financially from his pro-Israel stance. How did he come to that conclusion? The former British champion explained that he, too, has been offered money for publicly supporting Israel, giving him insight into how such endorsements can be profitable. That's it for now. For the latest updates on news, highlights, events, and everything happening in the boxing world, stay tuned by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Make sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss our next top quality content. Until next time, peace.